Minimalism is keeping the treasures you really appreciate most and having the worthy items that you really need. Well, I'm working toward becoming a minimalist. And when you're a minimalist, try just to pay attention to the time that you are doing now. Now is all you have right now. There's no next week. There's no tomorrow. Just pay attention to the really worthy items of the past and now. After you're done minimalizing and after you settle doing it, you might feel happier because there's no junk in your way. Junk would get in the way of things you really need and things you want to use. So when you own a thing but you don't need it anymore and it turns out to be junk, and if you feel like you can't get rid of it because you'll feel like the money was wasted, you wasted the money when you found the thing and said, I want that thing. It looks fun. But then you realize it's junk, just too late. Wasting money is kind of like you haven't made the money at all because you didn't spend it on something that really is worth it. And that's not a very good thing to go through. It's just a mistake some people could make. When you're done with something, you need to get rid of it. It sometimes is worth it for a little while, but then you don't use it anymore very often and you don't need it anymore then. That was a fine purchase, but not exactly something that would be considered a totally worthy item. But don't wait until the last moment. You should get rid of something when you realize you don't need it, when you realize that the thing isn't worth it. You could sell it in a yard sale or garage sale, or you could give it to a donation place, or you could sell it online. You don't need to give something to someone who doesn't need it because they won't ever use it. And that would not be very helpful for them. I'm just gonna stop giving Joey so much because it's just really junking up him. It isn't very nice to give someone something you don't need and they don't need because neither of you want it. So why don't you just give it to someone else or throw it away? And another thing about minimalism is you become freer and there's not very much stuff that you need. My favorite treasure is my stuffed animal Sleepy because I've had her as long as I lived and she's lived even longer. Well, my favorite items are books because I just really love to read. And maybe I'll get a Kindle Fire for my birthday, and it's kind of like getting a ton of books on one item than a ton of paper books taking up a whole big shelf. And you have many choices, but it's just all on one item that won't take up much space. With all that extra space, I'll have more time to relax and have fun and pay attention to the things that really I need. We could do family time in that time and relaxing and reading on my Kindle Fire if I get one and playing with Sleepy. I learned this all from Goodbye Things. You might want to read the audiobook. Let It Go and It's All Too Much by Peter Walsh, also incorporated. And you might want to read all the three of them. They've got great information. Bye!